We're going to go on to the Telegraph next, and a council have removed a troubling portrait. Bruce, you often delete pictures out of shame?
I don't take pictures, so I don't have that sort of thing. So no, I think that's very wise, because I know people that have been caught out. I don't know how to pronounce this man's surname, do you?
Joseph Marriott.
Marriott, right, OK. So he's the former MP for Horsham, and he was opposed to the abolition of the slave trade and slavery throughout his career and retained financial interests in the Caribbean.
We should say he did live in the 1800s.
Yes, that's an important It's not context. A recent thing. Sorry, I maybe should have led with that.
It's not like 5 years ago.
No. But they've taken his portrait down and they put it in a plate, the storage, because they don't know what to do with it, because they feel, in wake of things such as Colston and Bristol...
Yeah, Colston...
Black Lives Matters and all that kind of stuff, that it's offensive, which, but they...
Well, slavery's offensive, but people who lived hundreds of years ago supporting slavery, that's not offensive because everyone did.
Yeah.
And they're dead.
And they're long dead.
Yeah, and there's slavery. There's more slavery in the world now than there was at the height of the transatlantic slave trade, but nobody seems to be interested in doing anything about it.
It's much cheaper to hide a painting than actually go out there and deal with the issues of slavery in the real world.
But a lot of the kids that are tweeting, they're making lists of statues and paintings and things like that to be taken down and questioned. It's quite Orwellian. But the technology they're using to make those lists is probably manufactured by Uyghur slaves in China.
Well, there's that. But also the people they've put on their hit list of statues that have to go down. And we've had Abraham Lincoln. I think he was involved with freeing a few slaves, wasn't he, if my history serves me right. They've even gone after the bust of Thomas Henry Huxley, who was a slavery abolitionist. Because his attitudes weren't quite right. What is going on, Bruce? I mean, like...
But then the renaming streets, or there is a consultation in Edinburgh where they're renaming streets, Dundas Street, but I don't know if anything has happened about it.
Why are they renaming that street?
I don't know, but apparently Edinburgh is now the European capital for potholes. I didn't know that. Someone told me that.
It's not like the street is called Slavery is Great Street. I mean, they don't... I get that, but it's like they're changing names and sort of designations that are historically... they're to do with history.
Yeah.
And they don't realise that people understand that ethical trends shift over time,
And also a lot of the slave traders that paid for things like Colston and stuff, these people bequeathed huge amounts of money to universities or to build orphanages or hospitals or whatever. So are the hospitals going to pay reparations?
It's quite funny. The one in Oxford University, it was at Oriel College. It was at the Rhodes Must Fall campaign. It's a statue of Cecil Rhodes, who, by our standards, had very dodgy views. They wanted to tear it down, but the leader of that campaign was on a Rhodes Scholarship. So he was getting over 20 grand from the very fund that he was trying to sort of denigrate in this way. It's like, well, you're not oppressed if you're getting that much money, are you?
And it's sort of sending a message to people now, like any slave owners in China or anything like that, don't do anything good with your money. Just spend it on yachts and fancy women.
Well, I think you make a very good point, Leo, about dealing with actual slavery in the world, which is a terrible, horrible thing.
Yeah.
Rather than tearing down a few statues and thinking you've done something amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.